Okay, guys, I'm just going to do a quick little session on setting the tabs in Microsoft Word. So I just have a real short set of items to type up here. You'll have to use Equation Editor again, and the one of the biggest places that I see that I need tabs is when when I'm trying to create something that's multiple choice. So I just picked a couple of items here. So what I'm going to do is first just do a new blank document, and I'm going to type what the sheet says. So this is pre-calc, and it's review semester one. That was another line. And this is a no calculator part. Okay, so the first question just says which of the following must be shown to prove that f of x is symmetric with respect to the origin. So I'm actually just going to copy and paste the typing for now. And let me redo that. That looks like it's old and it's not lined up anymore. So I want to just type the f of x. Again, you don't have to use the equation editor for this, but you should make it italics if you're just going to type it right in there. I still like using the equation editor. It just looks nicer to me, but it's not a huge deal for something that's that simple. And now I need to type in my three choices here. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start using the tabs. So I don't set them usually right away. So I'm just going to hit tab, and I'm going to hit A, so that's my first choice. I hit tab, and then I want to insert an object, equation, and what do I need to type here? So I need to type f of x. So I need to type f of the opposite of x is equal to f of x, and I enter that one in, and I hit tab, and I hit B period tab, and I'm just going to pause and type the rest of those things, so you can do that too. Okay, so hopefully you get these things typed. If you take a second and scroll up to the, let me make this bigger so you can see. You should check and make sure that you have all the tabs in that you need. So if I click on this, the arrows show you tabs. So I have tab before or after every numeral that I have. I've also tabbed before every time I've started the letter choices. I've tabbed in between there, and then again between the next item or the first item and the next letter. So I've got all these tabs in. So what I want to do now is say I want to line all of this stuff up because it's sort of a mess right now. So I'd like for the two B values or the two B's to be lined up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select right now the parts that are labeled 1 to 3. And if you look over on the left hand side here, you can change the tab style that you want. And right now I just want a left tab. And I usually set mine at 2.5. So for the first one, so I'm just going to drop a tab there. And when I did that, everything should get lined up for that first tab. So the first letter of the word for number 1, number 2, number 3, all those are lined up. A, the first option, all of those should be lined up. The next thing I want to do is line up where the B's are. The next tab that I used was to line up the letter B. So I'm just going to, I see the farthest over one is number 1. So I'm just going to sort of drop a tab. Oh, I forgot about the actual item, so I'm just going to scroll that to the left, and I usually do again a 2.5. So if I just drop that, that's 1.5, so that's 2.5. And then again, I'm just going to drop the next one where this will line up the B's, and I can give myself a little bit of space there, and then line up the next item. And again, I usually try to do 1, 2.5, so that the spacing is the same from here to here as it is from here to here. Next thing is going to be the C value, so this is the one that's furthest to the right, so I have to have my tab be here or further. and then again I usually do 1, 2.5, which I think is there. And that's all that I should need for that line, or for these lines with the multiple choice. And then if you can turn the tab or the non-printing characters off, and then you can look and make sure everything looks okay. So I think everything seems to be okay and lined up. Again, all the B's are lined up, all the C's are lined up. The start of each of these items is lined up. Okay, and then the other thing is the second line here. This should actually be indented to be lined up below the indent or the tab from the first line. I think if you have a PC, I think if you hit Control T, this should automatically align with this. I don't remember, so you can try that if you have a PC. For me, what you need to do, or the other option that you need, is to just take and move the indent, the hanging indent, and you move that over. And so you can line that up with the first tab. And that doesn't always go that well. If you try to grab that indent, a lot of times it'll take and move the well, so now that I've got it lined up with a tab, sometimes you have to move the tab off of this. But if you grab the left indent, sometimes I don't know what it's called, this one over here also moves. I think if you grab the top of it rather than the bottom, so this is hanging indent versus left indent, so if I grab the bottom, it should be able to move. Let's see, didn't always work. Sorry, no, I needed to grab the top. So if you grab the top, you should be able to move it independently of the first line's indent. So I just want that there, and then I need to move my tab back on top of it. Hopefully that helps. So I would take a couple minutes and just type this one up. I don't know if I'll correct it or collect it, but you can at least see the starts to the tabs. If I have to do more things, I can do that again later, but that should help.